everything else.
Yeah.
Let me full screen.
I'm just gonna grab the time bombs and stuff.
Sure.
That's great. I was gonna talk a little bit about that Assassinator Cool Nick matchup real quick, if you wanted to hear how it went. But yeah, it was pretty crazy, that Thor Black Panther match. The way Assassinator, like, he literally called it out right before they started. He was like, "Oh, because he got the win second with Thor. He was trying to figure out who to counterpick with, and I think he had to play against who did Cool Nick have?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
I don't
when
know.
I wasn't trying to like create a weird
I think Black
discord
Panther's a good counter to Thor.
disagreement
Oh.
over there, but I was just curious because it just on paper it sounds like Black Panther would be perfect for Thor because kind
Right.
of Thor wants to sometimes throw his hammer to get different abilities and get it back to get.
Attack
But
by
there
hammer.
was times where Assassinator would have the opportunity to throw the hammer, but he'd be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." Like, he learned his lesson from playing his last matchup with Stella in that World Cup.
But
And,
that's but that's the thing about where I think is, yeah, because well, Mercenary was like, oh no, only a dumb person would do that. But then I'm thinking to
Right.
myself, but then you're forcing Thor not to do what's optimal for him, right? He's not throwing his hammer as much as he would like to. So to me, that sounds like a counter pick. You're forcing Thor to play totally differently, not at the most highest maybe Thor level.
No, I'd be happy to play Panther against Thor. As far as like a counter pick style to go.
Well, the thing is, he said it wasn't a counter pick, so that's where I was like confused. I'm like, how is Black Panther not a counter pick to Thor?
So Assassinator, he drew cards more than anything. He, instead of doing attacks, he did a lot of mighty summons, and he got a lot of cards that way.
Interesting.
He ended up getting all the he got the economy advantage because Black Panther wasn't bursting,
Right.
and he got the what status effects too, so that helped out a lot.
Huh.
And yeah, he kept Black Panther from doing anything economy wise.
So he won, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Assassinator got the overall win.
I mean,
That's
like right
interesting.
now for me, like I'm very interested in the matchups for the game right now. Like what I'm trying to say is I want to learn the knowledge of which characters might have a little edge here and there. Not talking like an automatic win, but like for instance, I'll give you an example, right? Here's kind of a perfect example. So you have Seraph, who's very polarizing because she's kind of like, she plays a certain way, right? Well, think about Blinding Light. On paper, it could be a true 50-50, right? If all the lock-ins are pure attack lock-ins, right? Then it becomes a 50-50. So if you take a Pyromancer, Blinding Light will be a true 50-50 against a Pyromancer because all Pyromancer's lock-ins are all attack lock-ins. Whereas Shadow Thief has Pickpocket and Cardcopia, and he also has a pure damage lock-in. So like that could be a 1 in 6 chance for the freaking Blinding Light to do anything. So that's where I'm talking about like an edge case. Like I feel like heroes that get the most out of what they do towards another hero, the better. And you could do it vice versa, like throwing Black Panther against characters that do 1 or 2 damage here and there constantly. Well, that seems to favor Black Panther because then he just powers up with his explosions.
I can tell you from my personal experience just a night or two ago, Loki does not play well into Seraph.
They don't play well into each other. Like that whole shit.
I mean, the amount of illusions and the flight, like if Seraph gets that large straight upgrade where she can just sit there and basically spam getting 2 flight and 2 cleanse on that one easy to roll move, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but she's ultimately going to just sit there and fly her way. I mean, you're talking about 12 opportunities to roll a 6.
Right.
Basically get out of a turn. And I mean, yeah, you can not this time, and you can bye-bye, or not this time. What status effect? Bye-bye, and get this out of here. But that's only X amount of times that you can do it, and I don't know. Is that I mean, Dozier, you saw it. I mean, that game was unreal.
Even the Loki was spamming Vilify.
Who was running Seraph?
Ish.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was one of your Grand Prix games?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was, I think it was a pinball game.
Yeah.
Pinball game.
And
I feel like this is what I feel like. The first game people bring the most meta hero. Like I don't think anyone's gonna bring a niche counter character on the first game, because the game that you lose on your first, you can then counter whatever hero.
Right.
So I think pretty much you're facing the most meta type character on the first game, meaning that character is pretty good in most matchups throughout the game, like Pyromancer, Monk.
85% first game. Cursed Pirate, Pyro, and Shadow Thief.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean those are the characters I feel like just performed the best overall.
right.
But I feel like if this came to me where I face a Cursed Pirate on game 1 and I lose, I'm defaulting to Seraph the next game. The only thing I'm scared about is
it's the easiest counter out of those three.
If I beat the Cursed Pirate with Seraph, then they get to counter pick Seraph, and if they pick Shadow Thief, I'm so screwed, because I can't do enough damage quick enough unless I get really lucky with Seraph. It's gonna be a slow game, and then Shadow Thief just gets Cardcopia, pickpocket me, and I mean
that's why I like to play a little bit of I think Krampus is a really good. I wouldn't say counter pick, but I think he's kind of like a off choice where people don't really consider that can be strong against those kind of characters.
Wait too.
But you know who's a good counter pick to Krampus? Santa, because he can drink eggnog and get that CP gain. So if you get 4 coal on him, Santa just has to chug some eggnog and get a bell.
Yeah.
But Krampus is rolling though. Those large straights and those fucking fixes. Oh my god, nobody can stop that.
Oh, and Tactician would be, I guess. Oh no, because Tactician could just lose 1 tack and then gain a CP, right?
Man, I wish I could figure out a way to make Tactician work.
So I don't know how you beat a Tactician with Krampus. I mean, I guess you can't rely on bad tidings at all. Period.
Yeah, basically.
Because Tactician could just spend 1 tack. Oh, I can't gain a CP. All your coal
unless he doesn't have any coal on him, you can do 6 to him. That
but sometimes the dice doesn't,
show. Bad tidings isn't its only thing. So I mean, there's ways to navigate it. I mean, it's not easy with Tactician.
Because you know why I'm interested in the matchups? Because when there is a big live event where, like, say Gen Con or whatever, or say there's like a Dice Throne event where people go to, to do the official tournament, they're using the bring 3 ban 1 format. So I feel like a player that really understand the little kind of edge cases in different matchups is going to thrive in that environment, because I feel like, yes, I understand people could roll hot and lucky and all that, but if the skill level is at the same level, but you have a little bit more edge here and there, percentage-wise, it should favor the edge player.
I will say the fact that you're doing that kind of makes me mad, but it only makes me mad because I have to do it now too. I have to get better in that way.
Well, that's the thing. I still haven't figured out Treant. I don't know which character has the best edge against Treant. I mean, that's the thing. I could throw darts at a dartboard and come up with my head based on what I think. But it's another thing to test it out in an actual game to see if your theory is correct or not.
So the guy that taught me this game, he's a very smart individual, but he's never been into competitive play. He only played Monk and Pyromancer. And so for dozens and dozens of games, that's what I had to face against while learning this game. And I just beat myself up against the wall trying to learn optimal play. But he taught me well into a sense, and now I've come to the point, and we've done this together where we've done the bring 3 ban 1, and I feel like I've learned like how I want to approach.
Yeah, because he hasn't adapted, it sounds like, but you have, and you start to learn, like, okay, I know he's probably going to go this hero, and you already have 2 other heroes that are probably a little bit better in the matchup, maybe, right? Based on what you're saying.
So basically, what I would do, like, I love playing Paladin and Artificer against them, and I mean, don't even get me started on a Paladin Monk match. That's the worst match you could ever possibly play.
Just grueling.
Evasives and chi. Yeah.
4 hours. You're talking about like 4 hours of gameplay there. Yeah, I mean, in the sense, and I've only played in one official ranked game or tourney, and I went down to Dallas for it, and I got 8th place in my very first ever, and that was only like after like, I don't know.
Because let me just share you guys some of my statistics. I am literally, I think I played Cursed Pirate maybe 6 or 7 times, and I've only lost 1 game to Cursed Pirate, and it was down to the wire. And all those matches I faced Cursed Pirate was Seraph. So I'm like 85% or 80% win rate against Cursed Pirate. And I played Stella. I beat Stella with Seraph with Cursed Pirate in a penalt. I beat Assassin. So I don't think it's a fluke, and I don't think I'm a super great player, but I do think Seraph has some edge case on Cursed Pirate. Funny enough, like one of the so-called weakest characters in the game, I think she actually has an advantage in that matchup.
I think you're correct.
And I can see. I
was gonna say, I think you're correct with the Seraph thing in the second game, though. Like, if you get beat by Cursed Pirate in the second game, I think that Seraph would be a counter pick for the third game.
They'll go Shadow Thief, because I personally think Shadow Thief is the best counter pick against Seraph, because Shadow Thief wants, like, if you're gonna spend all day like doing these little attacks, and Shadow Thief is gonna be like, sure, what the hell, I'll just go through my deck a couple times, get all the dice mods in the world, and just ultimate you till you're dead.
Yeah.
So, in all honesty, whenever I approach like these tournaments and stuff, I think about like, who are the characters I'm going to most likely play against. Like, I don't even think about like the players I may be paired up or anything. It was like, who are the characters I'm most likely to be paired up with? And so for the one, like, I just envision my head like a 1-day tourney, bring 3, ban 1. Who am I bringing as my 3 to go up against like the most like common characters that I'm gonna play against?
I think game 1 is the most important, in my opinion, in this Grand Prix format, because if you can pull off the game 1 win, you have an opportunity to get the third game counter pick, right? So I think that's huge.
Like, in my personal opinion, I think you're gonna see Pyro more than any other character.
Well, she's the most consistent, and I think hardest to counter pick. Like, I mean, or she's the most consistent off the bat, like against all heroes, right? Because she can just, if she's rolling good at the start, good luck trying to stop all that damage.
Well, then, I mean, if she gets any of her upgrades, I mean, yeah. I mean, she gets her mini upgrade or defense upgrade, or
I think like Seraph, if Seraph can get one of her middle, or her top right upgrade, or a couple of those other upgrades that give you a bunch of flighting cleanses, I think she has the advantage against Pyromancer. But if she doesn't get those key upgrades, she's not producing enough flight and stuff like that, unless you're really getting lucky on Holy Smite.
I think Seraph's small straight is probably one of the best. It does like 10 damage off the bat.
Yeah.
The only thing though, it's the upgraded version, and I guess getting the cross, it's huge, but I don't like attacking into Pyromancer. But what you could do sometimes is because here's the thing, Seraph has the option to be like, I'm not gonna do any defendable attacks on you the whole game if Seraph wants to, if she wants to commit to that. On the other hand, if they don't upgrade their armor, then you could take the gambling chance. Like if Pyromancer hasn't been upgraded to 3, sometimes Pyro only rolls 1 flame. I've seen that happen sometimes. So But sometimes
So
she rolls 5 flames and you're just hating yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into a bunch of little nuances, but I think if I was gonna play against Seraph, and I know I was gonna play against Seraph, I'd be happy to play Paladin against Seraph.
I think it favors Paladin probably because he has that economic part of him where he can just go right into economic, like the holy, double heart, retribution.
So many ways.
Yeah, I think that's another counter pick to Seraph. Yep, there with Shadow Thief.
Yeah,
because like Paladin could just heal like a whole bunch, not even care about the 2 holy presence.
Yeah,
just be like, oh, you're pinging me for 2. Well, this round I'm gonna heal for 5.
Right. Exactly. I mean, he could honestly just sit there and do that over and over, gain a retribution as much as possible, and he wouldn't have to sit there and worry at all.
But and Paladin's gonna be able to draw a whole ton of cards. Like Seraph is gonna be sitting there with the 3 cards, and Paladin's be at 8 cards and like 5 CP. Like good luck trying to beat that dice mod war, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but that's one player we haven't seen really come out in any of these top tournament plays, though.
The Paladin.
Yeah.
It's weird though because he just sounds like such a good overall character.
So the only time, I mean, this was June or July, down in Dallas. Whenever I went to the 1 official rank, I took Artificer, Thor, and Paladin as my 3, and that
all solid 3 characters. Yeah. Definitely.
And 4, I took 4 as my I knew would get banned.
Right, and it gives you the option to pick between the other 2.
And I went 3-1 in the group stage, and then I faced the guy who won the tournament in the semis, and we had basically a Thor mirror match. Which doesn't pertain to Paladin, so to speak, but he also had a Paladin, Thor, and I want to say Black Widow was his 3rd. Or maybe it was Loki. I don't know. It was either Black Widow or Loki. I can't remember. But it was just funny because whenever we faced, because we were in the same group with each other, whenever we faced each other, we were just like, oh shit, we got 2 of the same characters here. It was kind of weird. Yeah, the Thor was out of control, but Paladin, it was obvious how strong he can be in a lot of matchups. And I don't think he's necessarily underrated, but maybe on this server he's underrated because I don't really see a lot of Paladin play.
I mean, Paladin is kind of one of those heroes, very rhythm based, like he gets himself good defense, good offense, attacks, uses the defense. It's kind of back and forth. He has this rhythm to him. And then of course he also has the option to just get a whole bunch of cards by gaining lots of CP and using. So he the
CP to reroll a die is kind of crazy. Or I mean, God bless if he gets his passive and his defense level 3. I mean, it's just gotta be cool.
I beat RK's Paladin with Santa Claus, and I just kept putting lots of damage, throwing, drinking eggnog, and getting axes to do two more, and I got a ultimate on him, and that's what really kind of swung it over to my side. But I probably think beating Paladin is just sheer aggression, just which is crazy because Paladin has one of the top defenses in the game. So,
well, in all honesty, in my opinion on this game itself, I think sheer aggression kind of rules the day. For the most part, if you can just be as aggressive as possible, you're probably most likely going to win if you can really strike on that, if that makes sense. I mean, if you can really just achieve as much aggression as possible, you're gonna win.
Well, let's roll for cut and see how this game's gonna play out. I got 4 for you.
7 for you.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
6.
You can.
Okay. What is your favorite player to play as? And the second question, who is your actual favorite player just to play in terms of like...
When you say player, you talk about the character, right?
The character. Who's
Okay.
your favorite character to play as in tournaments versus like who's your favorite character to play just for fun, even if you win or lose? And if that's the same character, great.
So that one's... I'll let you go first, R6nin. You answer the question first.
It's honestly a mixed bag for me. My favorite character to play as, just because like I love the shenanigans, is Loki. But if I'm going into tournament play, right now I'm kind of leaning towards Krampus a lot. Like I think he's a very underrated, very strong character. And I dig it. And if it wasn't, so if we were to eliminate that, then Artificer would be up there. But he's pretty straightforward as far as like what you want to do as a character for the most part. Krampus just kind of, I don't know. He's a little bit more my style, but Loki is definitely the one I enjoy the most playing as.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm more interested in the matchups. I'm not really I do like, yes, there is kind of some bias when it comes to some characters for me, but I get more enjoyment out of if I outsmarted my opponent and I with my knowledge that I have a little bit more edge here and there. Like for example, I love playing against Shadow Thief if I can play Cursed Pirate. I love that matchup. I'll play that matchup any given Sunday. I do not hate the Shadow Thief one bit, because I feel like I'm the bigger bully in the playground. I feel like I can push the Shadow Thief around when I'm playing Cursed Pirate. And I love that matchup. Now, is Cursed Pirate my favorite character in the game? No. But when Shadow Thief appears, and if I can do the bring 3 ban 1 and I kind of mind game the person to picking Shadow Thief, and I have Cursed Pirate, I'm smiling to the bank, basically. I'm actually quite happy to see Shadow Thief. Now, a lot of players hate Shadow Thief. It doesn't matter what character you play against. I feel that sentiment if I'm playing like Seraph, who I like playing with Seraph, by the way. But if I'm playing Shadow Thief against Shadow Thief with Seraph, I'm crying. Like that's just the worst matchup ever. Like it's so painful to play such a low damage dealer against somebody that wants to play solitaire with himself and then like have twice as wild, 6-it, tip-it, so wild, and I'm sitting there doing like 6 damage attacks, you know, like.
Right.
I will say one of my worst Dice Throne experiences, and it wasn't even like that terrible, but it was a very big lesson learned. I was playing with one of my coworkers. He was Gunslinger. I was Paladin. And all he did the entire game, he got the opening hand pistol whip upgrade and just pistol whipped me nonstop. And because the amount of damage that it does, you can't, as Paladin, do anything in response. And so you just have to sit there and take it. And it was one of the most frustrating games, but most like lesson learning games that I've ever experienced. I was like, dude, this is brutal. But it definitely taught me, like, and especially with Artificer 2, especially in regards to Spider-Man, like, pay attention to like the little nuances, like, okay, they have to do X amount of damage in order for you to respond with like a heal bot, or in order to roll, I forgot what the hell it was called with Paladin, but it was just ridiculous. I mean, especially with Spider-Man's Artificer, it's just like, oh my god, it's brutal.
Yeah, so I don't know if I answered your question directly, but it's more of like I'm more enthralled with a character that has a good matchup against. Like, to me, that because now I'm playing the game where I'm not really frustrated, like, oh, I can't do this because this, like, I'm more in the driver's seat where, so I have these abilities that can mess with you, you know? So,
right.
And that's why I guess I'm a big fan of the bring 3 ban 1, because I think it does benefit people that kind of learn the game a little bit more and study like the little nuances like Ronin's talking about.
More in depth.
So
Yeah.
it does give and people love to say, oh, this game is just a bunch of luck and all that. It doesn't matter, just roll dice. It really, when you get to that higher competitive level, and if it's a format like that one that they're running right now, those little things do matter, in my opinion. Which
if it's any series like a game, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but if it's any kind of series above one game, it does not come down to luck. I can promise you that. I mean, it does in some sense. I don't want to like completely discredit that, but
there's definitely a luck component, but I guess it's kind of like the casinos, right? Like, so the casinos obviously they have the house advantage, and sometimes players will say, oh yeah, I'll spend a bunch of money, but you guys have to do a couple little things for me. And usually what those little things are slight little edges, like very tiny, but the casinos are like, well, we still have, the percentage that we're going to beat you, but we are lowering that a bit because we're giving these little kind of things that the player's requesting. So in Dice Throne, I think you want to take as much edge as you possibly can without cheating, obviously.
I agree. I mean, I will sit there and say like how much I hate playing against Pyro and Shadow Thief, and Cursed Pirate. I mean, honestly, it's more or less Shadow Thief and Pyro more than anything. Like I'll curse it to the stars, but at the same time, that's just in a one game, one off kind of scenario. It's not that big of a deal. I can deal with that. I find it much more manageable and a much more enjoyable experience whenever you're doing a format like what we're talking about with a 3-game series, and we have kind of a little bit of a mental game going on here where we can do play, counterplay kind of deal, and it adds an extra, because I don't know, for me internally, I don't get me wrong, I like the characters that are Shadow Thief and Pyro and Cursed Pirate, but I for some reason internally I just try not to play as them. I try to play as other characters, and but I like to know exactly how to play against them. And so it's like, it's nothing against any player that wants to play as them at all. Like, I mean, I totally get it. And I guarantee you I'm going to bring out Pyro in Grand Prix. It's going to happen.
Yeah, she's been picked a lot. Well, at least in my group, she's been a favorite for a lot of players.
I mean, you know how it's probably going to like unfold, and Pyro is probably my best bet, just opening hand. Like, let's just see what happens with Pyro. So in a competitive format, I will definitely bring her out. Although Pirate is also a very, very formidable opening hand character to whip out in that, because her ability to control the opponent's hand and CP is...
She's got a lot of different ways she can play, yeah, for sure. And good players can exploit that a little bit more to their advantage based on how the game is going. And how good, how big your hand size is and stuff like that. Why don't we jump into this and let's roll for...
I'm done interrupting.
Let's roll for who goes first, and I got a 2.
That's one, 2.
All right, it's 6.
All right, so you're going first.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you can see my screen just fine?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, so all right, let me know what happens whenever I do this, because I have a feeling it's going to create some issues.
Well, if you go to me, I just have to go to myself, and then I guess that's fixed. I mean,
okay, so
it's because it's streamer versus streamer, so you have the Matrix or the what's that other movie called?
Stay on myself then.
Yeah,
would that be?
Well, when it's your turn, stay on yourself, and then I'll go to mine, and then you can flip to mine, I guess. I mean, my top screen will be a little weird, but that's okay. It's not like people just ignore it.
I mean, I'm gonna get like 0 views for this, so it doesn't matter. I'm just like really more or less trying to figure out for the future how to properly navigate this. Okay, so I guess for this game, I'm just gonna leave it on my screen and let you deal with this screen or scene switching, so to speak.
Sure.
All right, I will just go into. Oh wait, I have covert ops. I will spin the covert ops. Let's see what happens.
Right. The big question is, will you get an upgrade here? And then can I start a concussion chain? Oh, it looks like you do have an upgrade, right?
I do have an upgrade.
Okay.
So I get to put these back in any order, right?
Yes, if you have upgrade. Yep.
Yep. Okay, I put them back in any order. I will. Actually, all right. I'll put these back in that order. That's unfortunate. And
so my hope is if I can chain a lot of concussions on you to see if that makes a difference in the Black Widow matchup here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I think a fair way as far as like a weight of just like how a typical Black Widow game would go is if I get 2 of my covert ops to hit. If that makes sense. If I get 2 out of the 3 to hit, that probably gives you a fair judgment.
But like if say I did 3 concussions back to back, that's like 3 turns of you not being able to do nothing, like not even search. Right. Because if you search, say you're concussed, say you get a concussion next turn, well, you don't want to use your token because you already know you have an upgrade. It's not going to do anything, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, so you're going for your offense roll.
Oh shit! I missed. 2, 2, 3, 4, 6.
That is
infiltrate. I'm not gonna be upset with infiltrate.
Yeah, gain agility, inflict time bomb.
Yeah. I will. Well, I do have 2, 3, 4. No, I'll just do infiltrate. That's fine.
Okay, I take a time bomb, and you gain agility.
Agility. That's right. And then second main phase, I will pass.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll for my bomb. I got a 5, and I need a 6 to defuse it. So it goes to the red side. We income. We're gonna Vegas baby. And roll die to get 2 more. 4 CP. We're gonna play a crit bash, which is one of our lock-ins to get a concussion for 2. And
you got one of those.
I will get this out of here on my bomb, I guess.
Okay.
And then let's go into offense roll. All right. Yeah, we'll keep the 6. Roll again.
Fortitude.
That is overpowered though. Second roll, which I have to high roll to get a concussion. But you know what? I'll take it as a second roll.
You know my experience with you in overpower. All right, so that was your second roll. 2 cards, 2 CP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have helping hand. One of your 6s.
Okay. All right. Comes a 2. So I have a third roll here. I really want to get the concussion, damn. Because I don't want you to draw. But I don't want to whiff either, so...
Oh, you're still playing as Barbarian just to see if you can win with Barbarian, aren't you?
No, I'm playing this matchup to see if Concussion is a good counter to Black Widow, but he just helping hand me on my second roll, so I don't think I want to try for the overpower now. I'm just gonna roll this 6 and then go for just a smack for 8.
Smack a bitch up. Yep, you got it.
So gonna be 8 smack.
Yeah. All right. I will roll my defense. I will prevent 2, hit you back for 1. And, I mean, that's 6. Sure, I'll spend the agility.
Okay.
Does not work. I will take 6. Puts me at 44.
All right. Main phase 2 cards pass to you.
Okay. CP card. I will spend covert ops. 1, 2, 3. It is not an upgrade.
Yeah. So the Barbarian really wants to get that concussion out on the following turn to prevent. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So you get to go search.
I get to.
And you have you also have an upgrade in your hand too, because you put that one on the top.
My next card was Red Room, which I will pull out. I will shuffle, and then if you want to.
No, you're good. Just do a shuffle.
Is it choppy on your end? Because it looks like it's choppy on mine.
It's choppy on your end, not me. My end's fine. See. There's no chop here. I've got my. I've tried to put my streams on low latency to try to speed up my chat. Because I noticed before, during my streams, when people would write something in chat, I would see it 30 seconds later. So supposedly, with the new settings that I have, it should show up within 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm sorry. You said you didn't want to cut at all.
No, we're good. Just a shuffle.
All right. All right. So I got Red Room. Man, that's tough. And I'm playing against Barbarian. I can sell. Bye-bye. That's helpful.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I'll go ahead and play Red Room. Do I get to draw the card off of that by playing that?
Read your card.
Whenever you play an ability upgrade, draw 1.
I honestly don't know. Does anyone in chat know the answer to that?
I don't think.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I was walking my fish.
I play Red Room. Do I get to draw a card by playing Red Room?
No, because it hasn't activated yet. Hold on a second. Whenever you play an ability upgrade, card draw 1. Wait, hold on. What does the first one say?
No, it says excluding this card. It's excluding this card, so it doesn't matter.
Stella chimed in, so she's the Black Widow expert. She says yeah. She says no.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. All right. All right. I'll go into roll. Oh, if only I had Spy Game. Tempting. Tempting. Alright. You know what? I'll just do infiltrate again. You already have a time bomb on you.
No, I get this out of here.
Oh, you did get that out of here. Fuck. That's right. Alright, well, I'll still do it. It's fine. Getting agility. And yep, that'll be it. I will pass with, well, Yep, I'll pass. That's fine.
3 cards, right?
Yeah, 3 cards, 1 CP.
Roll for my time bomb. It flips to the red side.
Yep.
Income. Not what I want. But we'll play it anyways. Offense roll. I want. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're getting there. I mean, 9 is pretty good. Could roll one more time to see if we get the 5. Oof, came close. Second roll, mighty blow. 9 defendable damage.
Yep, that's fine. I will roll my defense. I will hit you back for 2, block 1.
So 8.
So I'll roll the agility on 8. All right.
So 4.
I will take 4.
All right, pass to you.
Okay. CP card. So covered ups. You may spend this token once per turn during your main phase to do one of the following effects. Alright. I'm gonna spin my covert ops to play my infiltrate upgrade.
Okay. You draw a card.
Thank you. Definitely forgot about that. And bam. Alright. I will roll. One, 1, 3, 5, 5. Okay. I would say 3. Not that it matters. I'll be re-rolling it. Most likely. Actually, I'll keep a 1 and a 3. Close. Close. I'm going to play samesies.
Okay.
And propose spy game.
All right. No response.
All right. I'll gain a covert ops, agility, and it'll be 6 undefendable.
41.
All right. Second main already used a covert ops this turn, so I can't spend another.
How many cards do you have now?
I have 3.
Okay.
To do one. Wait, you may spend this token once per turn. Yeah, okay. I will pass.
All right, roll for my bomb. Blows up for 4. I go down 37 income. It's not the card I want. Gosh, the game does not want to. No, I don't want that card. Again, just wants to give me another mighty blow. So much for this stun strategy. All right, let's roll this one more time. Oh, it is reckless. Second roll. Try to do reckless.
Mother loving reckless. Sure. Go ahead.
Defendable.
Oh yeah. So you don't have to roll anything. Roll my defense. I will give you a time bomb and deal 1 damage.
Okay.
And then I will spend my agility.
Ooh, here it comes.
Yeah, I could get screwed if he does half on this. Oh, he doesn't. Woof.
You jinxed it.
Should I try again?
Nah, it's all good. How much was it?
15.
15.
Hey, I'm the underdog in this matchup. Come on. I'm playing one of the so-called best heroes in the game. All right, and I take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 32.
Wait, why'd you take 4?
Reckless. I take 4.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like I took your damage from you, and then I take additional 4.
Right. I got you. I thought you were saying 4 from the bomb.
All right. I will pass. Your turn. Yeah. My whole purpose of playing the barbarian was trying to concussion lock you, and I haven't done 1 concussion to you this game.
CP card.
I mean, I have 3 of the barbarian card. Like, no, not in my hand, but in my barbarian unique card library, I have 3 cards that give concussion, and I don't have any of those either.
Spin the covert ops. Let's see what I get.
All right. So if he does, if the upgrade is on top here, well, you could just
3.
play an upgrade if you have it in your hand.
There was an upgrade, so that was 2 out of 3 that hit.
Okay, so now is the time to do the concussion lock.
I'll put that back.
If I can
All right,
get a concussion
I guess
next
2 out of
turn.
4, I should say.
I mean, if I can do a concussion here on in, then we're golden. Just keep Black Widow with no upgrades.
All right. I'll take spy game all day if I can get it. I mean, infiltrate's also not bad.
Yes.
I mean, that's exactly what I got. I will keep a 1, 2, 5, 6, and let's just see if I get a 6. Oh my god, I do. All right, I will do spy game. Second roll.
Yeah. I take 6 unoffendable.
Yep. I will gain an agility. It doesn't advance the time bomb at all, but it's helpful.
Yep.
I can't spend the covert ops because I already spent it earlier, and I will pass.
Roll for time bomb, and goes to red. All right. Not getting the cards I need. Again, this is why I hate the barbarian. Is like you live and die on dice mods. I feel like with the barbarian. All right, let's go. And no sixes. Again, giving us a 4-5. Sweet keep. Now we got a 3.
Oh. I thought it was a large straight for a second.
No. That's just gonna be a mighty blow for 9 defendable.
That
Third roll.
the amount of pain that he can put out is just, it's crazy. All right, that's fine. I will roll defense. I will prevent 1, deal 1. That's fine. I'll
Prevent one,
prevent
deal
1, deal 1. And then I will roll
So we're looking at 8 right now.
roll my agility. It's a 4.
Yep. So you take 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take 8. Puts me at 17.
All right. We're gonna go thick skin for all my CP. I will sell smack to present 2 cards, 1 CP, and pass to you.
Okay. CB.
No dice mods though. It's crazy.
Card.
Yeah, we literally have no dice mods. And now that she's sort of got her engine going, she'll be drawing some more cards now. So that's not going to be good. She's going to get stronger, plus she's going to get more dice mods. I mean, we're just hoping the next couple cards we top deck.
That's so tempting.
Maybe they're decent.
Sure. I'm gonna play Cunning for 2 CP. I will look at the top 5 of my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then reveal all ability. Oh, so you didn't see those cards. Alright, so I can add these to my hand out of those 5.
Yep.
And then I can press back in any order.
So much for the concussion game.
How many cards do you have?
I have 2.
And 1 CP.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and play Hat for 1 CP to see your hand.
You want to see the most garbage hand ever? Here you go. No dice mods. Getting paid in better D. Yep. When you played Hack, you draw a card. I don't know if you did.
No, didn't. Oh, yeah, because the... Alright, I got you. Because the passive. Alright. I will play Vegas Baby. Naturally. For 1. And I will spend my Covert Ops to play my Widow's Gauntlets and draw a card. Alright. I will roll.
And when you did your thing, you shuffled your deck, right? When you put it back?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
You
so...
talking about like with the Vegas Baby?
No, when you played your... Look at the next 5 cards or 6 cards, and then
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, so just
So
because you could put the cards you like on the top. Does it say you have to shuffle when you play Cunning? No, I don't know. I'm saying, does your Cunning card say you have to shuffle after you do that?
It says, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal all ability upgrades to your opponent, and then add them to your hand. Put all remaining cards back in
so
any...
you don't need to shuffle then. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Black Widow.
All right. Well, I have what status effects, and I have already played Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
And then that was my first roll. So what do I got there? 1, 1, 3, 4, 6.
Well, my theory was if I could chain a bunch of concussions, which sometimes Barbarian can do in games, I was like, that would be the perfect counter to Black Widow. But we have yet to get a concussion this game. So
let's see if I can get it.
R6nin, you have to go all day ice.
What's that?
Ice. You have to go all day ice and buttons. That's all. Win.
Uh,
I play with Guacho. Guacho, he's main Widow all days.
oh yeah.
He always goes with his gauntlet all day. He gives me from
this
5,
is my favorite
he
ability
out of
right here.
5 games.
I mean,
Your gauntlet adds up. So,
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I need one more upgrade for Widow Gauntlet to in my opinion, pay off. Whereas Spy Game, I don't know. I mean, I'm not.
you have already tender.
I'm just gonna see if I can get another 6. I cannot. It will be Infiltrate if you allow it.
yes. So bomb blows for 4.
You're right.
I go to 21 and I get a new bomb, right? Yeah.
That's right. And I will gain an agility. Okay. I'll pass with that.
Bomb changes over. Come on, top deck. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Lovely. All right. Let's go. Still no 6s. Gosh. You know what? We're just gonna try second roll. Okay. Got some 6s there.
Good.
Let's try to bait out something. So here's my thinking: is crit smash is too late in my opinion at this stage of the game. It's like if this was early in the game and he used what do you call it, his espionage, and the next card is an upgrade. Yeah, crit smash for sure. But
so basically, your theory is you need to have that card kind of in your opening hand, and then you can utilize
at this stage of the game, you're at 17. I'd rather actually go for just sturdy blow for 6 unoffendable.
Sure.
Yeah. If it was in the early game, stopping you from upgrading quickly, yeah, I would definitely go for this. But it's all your espionages are used up. There's no point. Sturdy blow for 6 unoffendable. Third roll.
I'm at 16. You're at 21. All right. I'll roll my agility. Let's see. 5. I will play Elude.
Okay.
And avoid all damage.
Can I see your card? I'm not familiar with Black Widow.
Elude is if it's a 5 or a 6, I can ignore all incoming damage.
Okay. Cool. All right. I will pass to you.
Okay.
So now the crit smash look a lot better. At least I would inflict the concussion on you. I wish crit smash was 4 undefendable with concussion. That just sounds a lot better, you know.
I'm gonna sell, get that out of here. I'm going to sell with status effects. I am going to play my mini upgrade.
Okay, draw a
card. That's a interesting conundrum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You have 5 cards?
No, 5 upgrades.
Okay. So you're at 2 cards now, right?
No, I have 3.
That's always the tricky thing is keeping track of Black Widow stuff because she's doing so much stuff. It's hard to keep tabs on everything that she's doing.
Yeah, and I'm like, and honestly, like, once this game is over, like, talk to me about this conundrum because it's a tricky one. Like, where
I'm
Black
just
Widow
disappointed. My whole purpose of this game was to try to get a whole bunch of concussion chains on you. And that has gone terribly wrong this game. I've not been able... Well, I had an opportunity to do it last turn, but, like, at this point in the game, I'd rather have 6 undefendable damage, you know?
Yeah. All right. God, this feels wrong. I'm gonna roll. Oh, it's so close. It's close enough though that I feel like I can get it. Where the hell is it? Let's get what's it called? A baton. There we go. Spy game. Second roll.
Yep. No response.
Alright. Covered ups, agility, and 6 undefendable. Second main phase, I will spin the covert ops to play my large straight upgrade. I will draw a card.
I gotta top deck something. Like, give me 1 dice mod, please.
I'm gonna sell 6 it.
Selling 6 crazy.
And I'll pass.
So you have a So Wild, I assume. Okay. Roll for time bomb. Blows up. All right.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Well, at least I can get my achievement that I wanted to do this game. Looks like I'll be able to do it. Offense roll. Gosh. Sure. Let's go for a reckless, maybe.
Reroll everything.
No. Got the 4. All right, let's roll these again.
Oh shit.
It's not a reckless. It is. Sturdy blow. 6 undefendable. Any response? Third roll.
No response.
All right, we're going to attack modifier, get some for 2.
Yep.
Roll this. Whoa. Oh gosh. All right. That's 2 more damage, so that's 8 undefendable and get a concussion.
All right, I'll spend the agility.
Oh, I forgot you had that.
It's a 4.
He wants to so wild it.
8. I'll take 8.
Okay.
Puts me at 9.
Well, at least I got Black Widow in the single digits.
Low HP noises.
Let's hope to survive, but I'm not that optimistic. Okay, you skip income.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
Barbarian used tackle. It was very effective.
I don't gain CP. I don't draw a card. All right. Sure.
No, we haven't done one defense roll this game. It's crazy.
Have we not?
No. All right, so
That's really
you so wild. You roll 2 more times and then you so wild into your mini or your ultimate to win the game.
Well, I mean,
And just know that Barbarian has no dice mods the whole entire game.
yeah.
I think I'm dead either way here because I only have 12 health and I can't even roll my defense.
And I will make it my mini.
Does that do 12?
It will be, let's see, does it go through?
I mean, look at my hand. No dice mods.
Oh, shit, okay. I will gain the CP and agility. I will deal 7, add 1 but then you also add 1. So it'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I mean, my test was, can I do concussion chain lock on you? And I ideally at the start of the game didn't happen. I did play my crit smash, hoping that maybe I could just roll some 6s and get. I'd be happy just for this little lock in. Didn't get any 6s whatsoever when I was rolling in the early game.
No, my conundrum.
And no dice mods. 0 dice mods. 0. So I don't know okay, there's the first dice mod. Yeah, the dice mods were not.
Yeah, if you don't.
I don't think Barbarian is a bad matchup. I think the Barbarian could be amazing if he has the concussions early. Like if I had even this card on turn 1, if I had twice as wild way at the bottom of my deck, helping hand at the bottom, tip it at the bottom. Head smash.
Who would you rather be? Like, who do you think you're more advantageous with going into the matchup? Do you feel more advantageous with Barbarian or Black Widow going into the matchup?
The whole reason for this game was just to see if Barbarian would be a good counter to Black Widow. And my thinking was that he's and I'm trying to show you, he has the crit bash upgrade to inflict concussion. We got that early, so that was nice.
He has the ability to rush her down. Like
the other big one that is pretty good for getting consistent concussions is the overpowered upgrade, because all you got to do is get a 10 or higher, which is quite. It's not that hard to do with 3. Well, I think you have a 60% chance or something like that to do it, or it could be maybe higher than that. But We didn't have that. We didn't have these cards until like the last turn for the get some, which again, I think personally, is if I had like, especially this on turn 1 against Black Widow, perfect. Because say this is like the best circumstances. Say you even go first. Oh, you have an upgrade coming. I play this on my turn. You're doing nothing, right? You can't spend your espionage. So that's delaying your purple card, okay? And you're not getting CP. Then if I drew in also, if I had these cards, that's another, get concussion. If I can roll into that concussion, but you have to do it in the start of early in the game. I didn't have any dice mods, so I couldn't even if I wanted to try to get this, I couldn't even do it. I didn't have a try again. I didn't have, so I had to kind of play where the dice were rolling that game. But yeah, I'm kind of down, like, because I think he's not on paper. Like if you start doing a bunch of concussions early in the game against Black Widow, she's not putting out any upgrades. She's just sitting there like damn, when am I going to be able to put upgrades down? But it'd be interesting to see, another game. Is it going to be the same thing with not getting any of those cards that I talked about?
My only thing is that you're talking about like 3 cards out of 32 to 35 cards.
5
What's
cards.
the likelihood?
5 cards.
Yeah. I mean, what's the likelihood that you draw those cards? Like
two upgrades that do it, and then 3 cards that you can spend to do it. So
yeah. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I mean, that's just, if I was sitting here to look at the strategy, like how would it? I wouldn't say like what's the counter to that, because I mean you don't have a counter to like your own strategy, but like what's the downfall?
I don't think when you think about it, you had a barbarian with no dice mods for the whole game. You had dice mods. You never whiffed, and you always seem to get your espionage is perfect. Well, most of the time kicked off perfectly. So in a nutshell, you had a perfect Black Widow game, kind of, except for maybe a few agility rolls. Barbarian, I didn't get any whiffs, but I got you down to 9. So considering that you played perfectly, and I never got any of, like, I didn't get the early concussion on you. I didn't get any of my event cards, didn't get overpowered. No dice mods. I think what I'm trying to say is I don't think you can base this one game like, oh yeah, there's the answer, there's the result. Barbarian's terrible versus Black Widow. I still think you have to play a few more games to come to a final conclusion.
I mean, I think that's the only fair response to like any kind of matchup that you're really trying to like play out. Like you can't just base it off of one game alone. That was only my kind of just like feedback would be like, if you're gonna look at this game and just be like, what was it that like could have been different?
I just explained dice mods, and I wasn't able to do the concussion chain on you early in the game.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. But that was a good game.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate